Straight from the best fishing locations in the world, featuring Wade Middleton, Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter, presents The Fisherman's Handbook. The Fisherman's Handbook is a legendary series of how-to fishing trips designed to help you become a better angler. Each week, top pros will walk with you along the aisles of Cabela's retail stores and help you flip the pages of the Cabela's catalog to show you what you need and how to get you ready to go fishing. That's all ahead on today's Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook.
You know, if you're a fisherman and you see cover that grows out of the water and there's water of any depth on it, you get excited. That might be a bush, it might be a tree, it could be lily pads, but especially cattails. There's something about a reed type cover that just draws all types of fish, and because of that, it draws all types of anglers in there to fish it in a variety of different manners. When I see cattails, I immediately think, I'm gonna catch a fish right there.
You know, there are a lot of areas that it is easy to get into in a kayak, and so you've got some access to some areas, back maybe behind reeds or in areas that a boat won't take you, that you can get in your kayak. And the great thing about the pro anglers, you can still stand up and look and see the fish. And you know, a lot of these lakes this time of year, the fish are starting to spawn, so you see a lot of sight casting, guys looking for bedding places, looking for fish, and you can do that in the pro angler.
It's no surprise that professional angler Jeff Reynolds was excited when Hobie's Keaton Oaf offered to lend Jeff his Hobie Pro Angler to take out on the Fayette County reservoirs to see what he can do in the shallowest of water that many other anglers never reach.
This will be my first trip in a kayak. I've never been in one before. I fished out of everything you can imagine, canoes, bass boats, everything. I mean, little two-man water skimps. I fished out of it all, wade fishing, but today will be my first trip in a kayak and I'm excited.
Jeff is getting ready to load up the Hobie Pro Angler. Let's see what kind of gear he'll be able to take with him. The Fisherman's Handbook presents Ramped Up, the gear and tools that get your boat ramped up and ready to launch on the water.
All right, Jeff. I know you've never been in a Hobie before. I can't believe it. You've been in a bass boat your whole life, but we made this easy on you. I brought you a set of tracks. It's gonna help you get it down the water good. All you do is lift them out, stick them underneath, and you're ready to roll.
All right, we talked about how easy this is, so we're fixing to find out.
Hey, if Middleton can do it.
Yeah, if he can do it, anybody ought to be able to do it. Just like that.
There you go.
There's my tackle, what I do with it.
You got a boatload of storage. You can stick stuff up here up front. This front hatch opens up easily, and you got plenty of room right there.
Oh man.
You've also got some storage area here on the side. You can put your plastic boxes in.
Right.
And then I keep a lot of stuff just right behind my seat. So there's, you know, wherever you want to put it, you might want to put your worms right there. You can be using a bunch of them out here today, right?
You bet. I'm gonna be fishing shallow,
Yeah.
fishing around the reeds, you know. That's the main thing I wanted to say out of this boat, you know. I knew you could get up in shallow stuff with it in places I can't get to in a big boat, so
Yeah.
we're gonna find out today. I'm gonna be in the jungle.
Just remember, tuck that Mirage drive up underneath you, latch it down, and you can stand up, take your oar, paddle wherever you want to go, stand in the boat. Just get shallow and find those fish.
That sounds good to me.
Good luck,
I might
man.
get to try it.
For more information on the Hobie Pro Angler or to find a dealer near you, visit HobieFishing.com. When we come back, Jeff's on his own in the Hobie Pro Angler. We'll see if he sinks or swims. The Fisherman's Handbook is brought to you in part by Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter of fishing, hunting, and outdoor gear. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Yamaha Marine, reliability starts here. And by Garmin, we'll get you there. The Fisherman's Handbook will be right back.
Every curve, edge, line, and feature is designed for one quest: to seek, find, follow, and catch fish. It's all part of the Take Charge mission of the Ranger Saltwater Series. Experience the total performance difference at a Ranger dealer today. Whether you're trolling, bowling, drifting, anchored, or chasing the tide, these shallow water legends are built to fish as well as fly. Yamaha outboards. You love the water, now own it.
Before you head out here, get ready at Cabela's, your source for the hottest new gear at tough-to-beat prices. Save big on everything you need when you shop by catalog. stores, and online at Cabela's.com. Our legendary selection is field tested and field proven. You can trust our gear. Cabela's, world's foremost outfitter.
Nature isn't always serene. It can be outright savage. And you need a truck with the teeth to take it head on. Introducing the 2012 Mossy Oak Edition Ram Outdoorsman. Fog lamps, Ram box, Hemi V8, off-road tires, claws, guts, glory, Ram.
The Yamaha VMAX SHO. First it changed the game. Now it's set the standard. But don't take our word for it.
The whole shot was everything they said it was going to be.
And we accelerated from like 50 miles an hour to 70, and it was like that.
So fast, so quiet. I mean, you give it power, and it's just there.
That thing right there is just bad.
The whole shot on it is second to none.
Oh, yeah, it's for real.
Take a demo ride and feel the power yourself. You'll know why we call it the Game Changer.
If fish were this easy to find, you wouldn't need Humminbird side imaging. Amazing picture-like images and a 480-foot side-to-side beam eliminate unproductive water fast, so you'll be at their front door in no time. Humminbird, simply, clearly, better.
Welcome back to the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook with Wade Middleton. Follow the Fisherman's Handbook on Facebook, where you'll get the behind-the-scenes tips and tactics. And follow along with Wade and the crew as they post pics and updates from their fishing trips. You'll also have a chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime fishing trip with Wade to the redfish capital of the world, Venice, Louisiana. Find us on Facebook and click the like button. Professional bass angler Jeff Reynolds is excited for the possibilities of getting shallow behind the reeds in the Hobie Pro Angler.
Man, I really don't know what to expect. I don't have a clue. I've never been in one. I don't know what they work like. I know that you paddle them with your feet, but gonna be able to get into some shallow water. I'm excited about that. I'm just excited to see what we can do with it.
You know, Jeff's going to be in the Mirage Drive Pro Angler today, and really the benefit of the Mirage Drive is ease of use. From the minute he gets in the boat, it's easy to figure out and understand. It's rudder driven, so basically he steers with one hand and pedals with his feet. Leaves his other hand free to cast, and once he gets it figured out in all of 5 minutes, he'll be proficient at using the craft. Versus, you know, a paddle craft, which we make a great paddle kayak, our Hobie Quest, will take a little bit more time to assimilate and learn how to use it and get comfortable with the product. So Mirage Drive's just ease of use. A 7-year-old can get in and start pedaling, even fishing. So I'm confident Jeff can do it.
We're good to go now.
We'll see you on the other side.
I'm going fishing.
Good luck, man.
Thanks, man. We'll see you. This lake is obviously high. A lot of this stuff's flooded. And, you know, when you got 1.5 foot, 2, 3 foot of water back up in this stuff, these bass are going to push back up in here. And, I mean, they're just getting in places nobody can get to them to even try to catch them. So we got our kayak out here today and we can get to them. So we're going to see what happens. Look at there. First fish in the Hobie kayak. That's just what I thought, man. We're back up in here in this stuff so far. There's no way you can get a normal sized bass boat back in here to them. And that's what these fish are doing. They're just pushed back up here in this thick stuff. But I can get to them today. This is all right. This is a brave move on my behalf because I'm not in very good shape. And it is a long way over there, but it looks good to me and I feel like I can catch them over there. Why, I don't know. It just looks good. So I'm fixing to go to paddling and see how it turns out. Man, anytime you see something different when you're going down a bank, like you look at all this stuff right here, and it's the same type of looking stuff. Thick, tall, cattails. And you look up here in front of us, you got some short ones that are just like little scattered clumps. especially in the spring when fish move up to spawn. When a fish spawns, he's not going to be in the middle of that clump of cattails right there. He's going to be on the edge of it, beside it. Or if you got clumps like that, there'll be a hole in them clumps up there, and they'll make their beds in that hole. You know, the fish has got to make a bed, and he can't make it in the middle of all that stuff right there. He's got to have a hole big enough for him to fan a nest out and get in there and lay their eggs. So that stuff up there is the type of stuff you want to be looking for when they move up to spawn. There he is. Get out of here. Another nice, fat, healthy fish. You know, that's another thing that makes a big difference in flipping braided line. Heavy cover. You got to have a hook that'll withstand that hook set. I mean, when you're jerking on that braided line, nothing gives. And if you got a hook that bends, I mean, you're just wasting your time. And these trocars, laser sharp, super strong. And I have yet to bend one. Fish on. I told you. Stay in that weed, buddy. I'm coming to get you. Man, what a day. I mean, I absolutely had a ball. It's, you know, I didn't know what to expect when I got out here and got to doing this. Never been in a kayak before. You see me catch some fish today, just way back in them cattails. And I got back in there, caught some fish, and I mean, I absolutely had a ball in it.
Fishing the backs of the reeds isn't the only way to find some good bass. And when Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook returns, Wade Middleton gets after them in his Ranger bass boat as he targets the exact same reed beds that Jeff has been. Except Wade is going to fish the edges of the reeds. Wade and the Fisherman's Handbook crew have always trusted Ranger boats to get them out on the water. For saltwater and freshwater, Ranger boats are the Fisherman Handbook's boat of choice. Ranger is celebrating 45 years of still building legends one at a time. Let's put your Ranger knowledge to the test. What significant innovation on Ranger Trail trailers was introduced in 2004? For the answer to this question and to learn more about the last 45 years of Ranger boats, visit mydreamrig.com.
Hobie kayaks come in the form of lightweight fishing platforms that will offer anyone what they want when it comes time to hit the water. Hobie Kayak's commitment to innovation, quality, and owner satisfaction is unparalleled in the industry. So when it's time for you to go kayaking, remember there's only one name to remember, and that's Hobie Kayak.
With a great history in drag racing, and now into the marine market, Lucas is proud to offer an ethanol treatment for a wide range of boat motors on the market today. Lucas Safeguard Ethanol Fuel Conditioner with stabilizers was developed to specifically address issues associated with using ethanol-based fuels. Increase your mileage and performance with Lucas Oil High Performance products. Learn more at lucasoil.com.
The Bubba Blade is fast becoming the must-have fillet knife for the sportsman. Check this out.
Once again, with this knife, I have yet to touch a steel or a stone with it. We're cutting right through the bones, and it still has the factory edge on it, which is still nice and sharp. Here we go with that. We're going to take a tail cut and watch it cut just like butter without touching the stone.
The Bubba Blade is built like a tank and is made to hold up under the harshest of conditions. We start with full tang construction to give the knife balance and extra strength. The handle is extra large and is made from solid thermoplastic polymer. Then wrapped in a special synthetic rubber that gets sticky when wet, so your hands don't slip off the handle.
You see it just cut just like butter, right through it.
The Bubba Blade is the only fillet knife you're ever going to need. So check out our website at www.bubbablade.com and order your Bubba Blade today.
Welcome back to the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook with Wade Middleton. Brought to you in part by Livingston Lures, designed to call the fish to you. Hydrowave, ignite a feeding frenzy. Amphibious Sunglasses, performance floating eye gear. Sunline America, the strength to guarantee your confidence. Pro bass angler Jeff Reynolds hammered the backs of the reeds with soft plastics and had success picking off largemouth after largemouth. But the backs of the reeds aren't the only place bass inhabit. And host Wade Middleton has launched his Ranger boat on the same lake, but he'll be covering lots of water with a spinnerbait and targeting the edges of the reeds.
You know, when you first drive up to any body of water, you start paying attention to the conditions, what's going on. It was cloudy, windy, little front moving through, early spring, you know, perfect conditions to pick up a moving bait. And then you look out across the water and you see cattails. And you know, to me, cattails are something that fish live in this time of the year. In fact, to me, fish are always in and around cattails, and about every species of fish can be caught around cattails. And today we were targeting largemouth bass. So it didn't take me long to figure out the first thing I want to do is pick up a moving bait, in this case a spinnerbait, and fish the edges of these cattails and these reeds. Little bitty guy. Maybe what was biting all the others. They're all fun, all tough. That's a little guy. Go back and grow up for a second. Sure is fun just to get those bites. I've had 2 or 3 fish this morning run out and just kind of nip on it. We're going to spend a lot of time today just talking about new things. We'll talk to some of the key people in the industry about what they've got going on that's new, show you some new products, catch a few fish, and share some insight that hopefully will make you a better fisherman all year long by learning more about these new products.
Let's take a closer look at what Wade's pitching at the edges. The Fisherman's Handbook presents End of the Line.
Ease up here. You can see the point of these reeds right here. I mean, it just sets up perfect for what we're doing. We're just taking on spinnerbait with a high-speed Daiwa, the new T3 that has just come out. I started field testing this thing last summer, and I tell you what, it is unique. That big T-shaped wing in there basically that allows that line to really come off. You don't have the friction of a lot of the other types of gear in the front of your reel. It's going to stop that line from coming off as fast. So it comes off smooth and allows you to make longer casts.
The new Daiwa T3 casting reel is packed with innovative features never before seen in a casting reel. The reel's new nitride-coated T-wing casting system facilitates much longer, more accurate casting, as well as a more natural fall from your lures. During casting or free spool mode, the cover at the front of the reel lifts up, and the upper portion of T-shaped level wind creates additional space for line to come more freely off the spool. This ensures significantly less friction than a standard level wind, which forces line to funnel through a narrow opening. When the reel is re-engaged, the cover closes down and guides the line through the narrow portion of the T-level wind, winding line like a traditional level wind and providing the best of both worlds. To order your Daiwa T3, visit Daiwa.com or find it in the Cabela's catalog by visiting Cabela's.com.
That whoop me kind of turn him left, right. I'd have swore if he got away to 5-pounder. I would have swore you were a 5-pounder. That is a very light bite. Literally, the spinnerbait blades just quit turning. You see all this slime down there. I am reeling this spinnerbait right along the bottom. It's about 2 feet deep. And I mean, they just, I'll just kind of feel the blades quit turning, and if it's a little bit of a tap, and that's about it. You know, a lot of people associate a spinnerbait bite with a pretty good thump. You know, you can get in here right now and throw a soft plastic swim bait, flip. Obviously, now that we're a little more out of the wind, catch them as well. But I like to cover water when it's looking like these kind of conditions here. That's what I'm gonna keep on doing.
More bass fishing in the reeds when the Fisherman's Handbook returns.
How about that?
Hey man, how about that? They were really biting.
Not bad. What was that? Did you see that?
See what? Crete, did you forget to turn the hydro wave off again?
Oh, it looks like I did.
Don't worry, I got it.
Thanks, bud.
Crete! Sorry, guys. He never remembers. Give it up, Crete.
What are you doing, dude? They're keepers.
Chris Parrish was about to hear two words that would change her life forever.
When you say, oh, I have pancreatic cancer, that's what people think, that you're gonna die. The research started and I pulled up Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
To find out more about treatment options for complex and advanced stage cancer, go to cancercenter.com. You'll be able to see our treatment results for many types of cancers and how they compare to national averages. You can also check for participating insurance plans. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, every resource, every one of us, everything we do every day is focused on you, our patient, your treatment, your healing, your survival.
My doctor, he was ready to hit it head on. This is the biggest fight I've ever had, and I don't like losing.
Our physicians, clinicians, and nurses are highly experienced and dedicated. We use state-of-the-art technology and give you treatment options you may not even know exist.
I just celebrated 2 years of being treated but being alive. That was huge.
Please call or visit cancercenter.com today. Appointments are available now. Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Care that never quits.
50 years ago, Penn built the toughest spinning reel the world has ever known. Until now. Introducing the 5th generation of Spinfisher, the Penn Spinfisher V, with a watertight design that keeps salt water out, a full metal body to withstand heavy loads,
Big fish,
and the upgraded slammer drag system for twice the drag pressure. The Penn Spinfisher V is a new state-of-the-art weapon from Penn. Let the battle begin.
Welcome back to the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook with Wade Middleton. We've been hitting the ins and outs of fishing the reeds. First, we got Skinny, hitting the backs of the reeds with Jeff Reynolds and a Hobie Pro Angler. And now Wade Middleton is out in his Ranger, covering lots of water with a spinnerbait and finding just as many bass on the outside edges of the reeds.
You know, when it's windy and you're fishing any type of vegetation, be it underwater, hydrilla, coontail, or emergent vegetation like these cattails, you know, the fish don't like to be in that type of stuff when it's moving as much as they do when it's calm. So they tend to be more out on the edges a lot of times where they can feed and they're a little more comfortable. And then frankly, I guess it might even be that vegetation's not banging up against them. I don't really know. I've just known over the years that fish want to be more on the edges of this type of cover when it is windy like what we had today. There's one. I've had 4 bites that I've missed. I got that one going the other way. Let's get him back around this way. On this spinnerbait. This makes number 5. I missed more. Got it, but with a trailer hook on the end of this right here, you get a little longer deal right here, and these fish are nibbling on it. I'm not getting them. I got him. He's right where he should have been. I mean, right at the end of the cattails right there. A picture perfect place for these fish to be set up at. There's some fry in the water. They're definitely guarding a little bit of that fry. Perfect conditions to start out early morning. It's cloudy, it's windy. Great way to get out and go fishing. Sometimes it's just fun to get out and just go chunking and winding. You know, I'm a soft plastic guy. Everybody knows that. I love to fish soft plastics. But being able to get out and chunk and wind like that on a spinnerbait, that's a lot of fun because that bite is still one of the best bites you're going to find in fishing. I mean, they thump it or kick it or bump it, and they start running. And you know, you go back to the days you first started watching fishing a lot of times, and you see guys throwing those spinnerbaits, and you see that bull, you see that wake. That's what this is. That makes it fun to me because I can just put the trolling motor down, kick it up about half speed, and go. You just there's an angle, there's a target. Throw at it. You don't have to shake it. You don't have to pump it. You don't have to soak it. You just chunk it out there and wind it. I'll set the hook on a reed. Short line me there. About what line I've got out. About all that was there. You know, they can come anywhere out of this cover. catch them. These are a little more aggressive. You get it more like you're used to on spinnerbait. These are probably a lot of little males that have been up there spawning the garden fry. But I tell you what, they're all fun to catch. Let you go back, buddy. I'm really not trying to go too deep into these reeds. I mean, a lot of these fish that I'm getting bit on are on the edges, on, you know, really what I'd call the wall. Yeah, they're more on the points and some of the scattered stuff, but I'm not being forced to go way back up in there. And there's fish way back up in there, but when they're actively feeding on the edges, you spend a lot of time trying to get into those places that are back up there, and it's just not paying off for me. I'm wasting time. You get hung. So when you catch them on the edges, go ahead and take advantage of those easy fish. Pick the easy ones off. You can always come back and flip this cover or make different presentations later when the conditions change or the fish change up and they decide to bury up in there, because they will get up in there more often than not. They're going to be way back up into this stuff, and the out of the way places that are hard to reach, and the guy that's going to spend the time picking that apart is the guy that's going to catch those fish. But right now, I can catch them on the edges. No need to spend a lot of time, a lot of wasted time trying to get up in there. As you can see, I mean, he was right on the point right there. That's a good one. Oh, he came off. Another reason for that trailer hook, but I probably couldn't have made that presentation. God, you're gonna lose some. That was a good one. Oh. He was close to the boat. I think I should be able to count him. God, that was a big one right at the boat. Next cast. Holy cow. Now we're gonna count this and we're gonna get him in. Come here. Oh, we caught so many, our spinnerbait blade just fell off. That's awesome. Just lost one about the same class. This fish here's probably been on a bed. That's awesome. I tell you, that's fun. Slow rolling that spinnerbait around. Take a picture of this guy here for our Facebook.
It was a great day on the water fishing the reeds, either in the thick of it or on the edges. One thing's for sure, you have to have the right equipment to get your bass to the boat. Thanks for watching. Remember to follow the Fisherman's Handbook on Facebook, where you'll find the behind-the-scenes tips and tactics. You'll also have a chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime fishing trip with Wade to the redfish capital of the world, Venice, Louisiana. So find us on Facebook and click the like button.
He's mad. It bothered him in his nap.
I got to rest for a minute. I was paddling like a wild man out here a while ago. My legs got to burn. I'm out of shape.